Hi, welcome, welcome. I am so happy to be here today, and today we're going to be speaking about being a different fish in your real estate ocean, and that is about branding your real estate business. So at the end of this, we should be all happy fishes waggling our tails, okay? All right, so let's go right into our topic. Let's speak about vision. Your vision is the impact you want to have on the world. How do you, as a real estate agent, want to impact the world? How do you want to show up? How do you want your clients to see you? That is how deep you have to think about your vision. So this is what I did in creating my vision. So I'm going to give you step-by-step of the tips that I use to create my vision, so you could use the same format in creating your vision as well. So in my vision, this is what I want to represent as a lender to my clients. To be a valuable partner, in your client's journey. To be a trusted resource for real estate agents. So that means when you send your client to me, you are confident, you are relaxed that we are going to get to the closing and they are going to get the keys. That's what we're all about. To be your client advocate. Sometime I may have a client that doesn't have all the requirements for a perfect mortgage, but I am here to advocate on behalf of your client. I'm here to build long-term relationships. So after we close, our relationship doesn't end there. The client needs something, they have a letter in the mail, they don't understand it, they need some following up. I am here for that relationship long term. The relationship doesn't end at the closing table. As a matter of fact, I think it begins at the closing table. I also ensure that your client receives the best mortgage product that they could qualify for. So based on all that I want to create in my vision, I put it together and come up with my vision statement. So that is what you will be doing as a real estate agent in your world. You put the points that you need for your vision, and then you bring it together and have your vision statement. So my vision statement is to be a trusted partner and advocate throughout your client's journey, building long-term relationship to help them secure the best mortgage product. So I think this is simple enough. Do you think you could create a vision statement by using this technique and create that vision that you want to have long-lasting to impress on your clients? So I'm gonna give you time to work on your vision statement, okay? Because we want that perfect vision, the irresistible vision, how you want to appear to the world. So let's move on to our mission. Your mission statement is what sets you apart. Your mission statement is what makes you that blue fish in that vast ocean of realtors. That mission statement is what makes you unforgettable and impossible for the market to ignore. So you have to create that mission so that everybody will be speaking about you. So how did I put my mission statement together? I did the same thing that I did with my vision. I have a breakdown of what I want my mission to look like. So that goes like, ask yourself, what makes you different and irresistible? We all were created uniquely, you realize that, right? So I am different, you are different, and together we make a beautiful world, a beautiful team. So let's focus on what makes you different and irresistible. Did I tell you that this class was going to be interactive, not just me talking, right? Right. So what gives you an advantage over others? What is this unique thing about you that gives you an advantage over all the realtors? You know that you have a unique thing about yourself, right? So, what is your brand superiority? That is, what is your me-only statement? Something that you could deliver exactly as your client needs, or at least better than anyone else. So let me say that again. Your me-only statement is that thing that you could deliver to your client exactly as your client needs it. or you could do it better than anyone else. So as an agent, you're all selling real estate, but there is something about you that you could deliver to your client better than anyone else. That is what creates your mission statement. So as a lender and your partner, my mission statement is to empower individuals and family through home ownership by providing transparent and innovative financing needs. And I am so embraced on my mission that when I take an application, it's not just about closing the loan, but empowering that individual and empowering that family. So that's how strong I want our mission statement to be. We got it? Okay. Right, so I did here a breakdown of how you could stand out in your niche market. So I jot some ideas down. The first one is to be a negotiator. Could you tell me what agent you will classify as a negotiator? In my mind, that would be the agent that would go out there and fight for the client to get them the best deal. So if you are that agent, then you're a negotiator. Let's go to the other one. The value-added agent. So as an agent, if you focus on being a value-added agent, you may have buyers coming from a different state, coming into Florida. They have never been here before. They don't know anything about the area. But you would ask those questions. Are you married? Do you have any kids? How old are the kids? What school they go to? What do you do outside of real estate? To add value, not just picking that house and say, okay, this is the perfect house, but adding value to that family. So that's also a niche in the real estate market, the added value agent. Now, what about a golf community specialist? You are into golfing, you are into a golfing community, and you want to expose to the buyers in that community who is moving into your area. That could be a niche as well. What about young couple real estate expert? So you have young families, like people graduating from colleges or universities, and now they have their income, a higher income, and they're thinking about buying real estate. That's also a niche market. So you could see that there is a market for everybody. Doesn't matter how many realtors out there, but you are a special agent, and these are some examples. Let's go to, I made up this one yesterday, happily ever after specialist. And the reason why I made that up is from one of our products that we focus on married, newlyweds, which I'll go into a little bit, but that is also an area where you could become specialized in. We have the senior living consultant, Florida State. We have a lot of seniors moving into Florida from all other states. So that is a niche in itself. And you don't necessarily have to be a senior to be a senior living consultant. You just have to know what their needs are. Let's go to home matchmaker. What do you think that means? Who do you think that would fit? That would be somebody very similar to the value-added agent, where you're going to dive deeply into your client's needs so that you could find them the perfect home. Say, for example, you may have a veteran that may have a disability, but you want to find the perfect home so that they could be comfortable in that space. So that is a home matchmaker, finding the ideal home to suit that client needs. Relocation consultant, the word says to itself. We could think about the people in the vets, the military people, who are always moving back and forth. So that is a nice area that you could concentrate on. People relocating. People relocate for jobs, they relocate for schools, they relocate for a lot of things. So that's a nice niche area as well. Let's talk about countryside property consultant. Not everyone wants to live in the city. Some people want to live outside of the city. There was an agent from Partnership Realty who was one of the top agents last year, and he was specialized in the Clewiston, South Bay area. And he did extremely well because he chose that niche market to be a specialist in that type of market. So there's also room for that. Let's go to luxury living consultant. Luxury living consultant, that's an easy one. And a lot of people is getting into luxury living now, where you want to live in the higher end communities and enjoy some of the niceties in life, okay? So that's also a niche area. So you all following along? You got the message? Okay. So you don't have to be one of this. This is just an idea so that you could then focus on your special self to see how could I become a niche person, a standout agent, an irresistible agent. The blue fish in the ocean. Alrighty, I want to go into some of our CMG products that could help you create a niche. I want to share with you, and I'm going to share a video after because I don't want to change this around. So let's go into our Home Funded. So our Home Funded is a special program, and these are some of our proprietary products that you won't find anywhere else. So let's talk about our Home Funded. Our Home Funded is what we call our crowdfunding loan. What does our crowdfunding loan does? For example, if someone is getting married, instead of giving them gifts that they don't need, you could give them money towards something that they really need, buying a home. So neighbors, friends, family, all the invitees, instead of bringing to you a pot or pan that you already have, let's put money in so we could build communities with our crowdfunding our crowd-funded program. Another area that I see a lot of people use it to is kids coming out of college. When they graduate, instead of giving them all this money that they would just go and spend in one place, you put that money in the account. It's simple, easy. You go, I have the QR code that you could sign up on. And I'm using this now for real estate agents because I believe, and I honestly believe, that when you are a real estate agent and you own your own home and you understand the process of owning your own home, you are able to go out there and do a better job for your clients. So I am encouraging agents who doesn't have their own home to sign up for the Home Funded. Let's do group funding so that we could get homes one person at a time. So this is a very strong program. I had a client signed up for it last month, and within 30 days before they were ready to close, they raised $6,000, and CMG gave them $2,000. So they had a total of $8,000 to put towards their home. So CMG will contribute to whatever fund they raise as well. All right, so let's take use of the Home Funded and see if you could brand yourself. It's very good for weddings, very good for college students, very good for a lot of situations. I could help you to create some of the niches as well. So let's speak about our list and lock. Is that list and lock? No, our all-in-one. I had a video here with our all-in-one. Let me see if I can show you this video.
30-year mortgages. I mean, do we even know anyone who's actually paid off their mortgage?
I heard Jimmy's grandpa almost lived to 30.
I'm sure someone will reinvent it.
Someone already did.
1 second.
All-in-one loan by CMG Home Loans, an evolution in mortgages that's giving borrowers more control of their home equity, interest payments, and payoff time. A traditional mortgage is really just a simple repayment plan and is a good option for some, but for the majority of people, most payments go towards interest and not your principal.
It wouldn't show on there.
You have two screens put on your computer, and the video is in the other one.
All right, so could we then play this after?
Yeah, let me try to. I don't know how to.
Press escape.
Okay. I'm a window guy. Okay. Let me put play when I get there.
Okay. But you know, will need your help to get back online. I didn't see it.
Your mortgage is stuck in the past.
Why do we even have 30-year mortgages? I mean, do we even know anyone who's actually paid off their mortgage?
I heard Jimmy's grandpa almost lived to 30.
I'm sure someone will reinvent it.
Someone already did. Meet the all-in-one loan by CMG Home Loans, an evolution in mortgages that's giving borrowers more control of their home equity, interest payments, and payoff time. A traditional mortgage is really just a simple repayment plan and is a good option for some, but for the majority of people, most payments go towards interest and not your principal.
That's 4 for the bank. I mean interest, and 1 for you.
But what if you could get more from your mortgage? A mortgage, if you will?
I'd say, yeah. I yabba dabba do want to know more.
The all-in-one loan from CMG is the first of its kind, combining the home financing you need with a uniquely designed checking account.
You can do that?
It's basically the best combination since sticks and rocks. When you deposit money into your all-in-one loan checking account, your principal's lowered by the full amount that you just deposited.
And what about the interest?
Your interest is computed nightly, based on your lower principal balance, and totaled after the month ends. And that means all the money you put in your all-in-one loan checking account helps you save on interest.
So my income can help me pay my loan off faster and save interest just by making deposits?
Bingo! You probably earn more in 5 years than you owe on your whole mortgage. The all-in-one is a powerful resource that makes your money work smarter.
What if I want to take money out of the account?
You can use your money at any time, 24/7, for up to 30 years. For things like your kid's college tuition, or an investment in a vacation rental, or a cave renovation.
Man cave. New kitchen.
Or buying a bigger cave. With the all-in-one loan, you'll have access to your money whenever you need, just like your traditional checking account, but not like your traditional mortgage. Click the link to stop overpaying on your mortgage and make your money work for you. Basically reinvented the mortgage wheel as you know it, because we believe you should be able to save on interest without locking up your money.
In this room, the real pièce de résistance.
A toilet. Wow.
Or have an easier time lowering life's costs and saving for retirement more efficiently. CMG has been changing the lives of borrowers for over 20 years. Like David, who says, the all-in-one loan has given me total autonomy over my finances. Or Kim, who says, I'm self-employed, and with my income changing month to month, I take comfort knowing that I have access to the equity in my home at any time. Click the link to take your mortgage out of the Stone Age and into the future with the all-in-one loan by CMG Home Loans.
Alrighty, let me go over the all-in-one. How could you get me back on here? Let me just go over the all-in-one with you because the volume was kind of low.
Put again the somebody, someone there. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, okay, this is there.
Okay, but I need to be able to see like how Kathleen had it, where I could move the screen.
You can do it. You can do it over here. I'll do it.
Kathleen, you want to help us with it? To be able to move the screen, how we had it set up?
Go back in your downloads. I don't know. Go back in your download.
Download. But it's open. I don't know why I don't see over here.
Let's see. Kathleen, come help me with help us. Come, please.
That one, right?
Yeah, set it back up like how we had it
But
initially.
you need to send it to the second screen.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let me tell you about the all-in-one. All-in-one is our little magic loan. This is how the all-in-one works. So the reason all-in-one was designed is to get away from the 30-year high interest rate mortgages. So you don't have to have a mortgage for 30 years. So how it works is, as a traditional loan, when you pay your principal and interest, in the first few years of your loan, more money goes towards the interest than the principal. However, the all-in-one is reversed. More money goes towards your principal than your interest. And the same income that you're making, say for example, you're making $10,000 a month or $5,000 a month, you take that money, you deposit it in your mortgage. So that reduces your principal, thus allowing you to pay less interest over the years, and that is what allows you to pay off your mortgage faster. So instead of those buyers that wants to pay cash for the property, they could use the all-in-one. So you could deposit all your money there. Instead of using money from your retirement accounts, your investment accounts, the all-in-one is an awesome engine. It's also good for real estate agents as well, because we get paid by commission. So when you get that commission check, you put everything on your mortgage until you're ready to pay your bills. That is what reduces the interest over time, so you pay off your mortgage less than 30 years. And you don't have to bother about the market rates because that has its own dynamics. So a lot of people has been calling now, more than ever, specifically asking for the all-in-one loan. Nobody wants to have a mortgage when they retire anymore. So this gives you control of being able to pay off your mortgage and still have the life, because now when you want to pay your bills, you go right there, you take the money out, you pay your bills, whatever remains in the account. So I could give you, there is a lot of training for realtors, because we have a lot of realtors just specialize in the all-in-one for our luxury market area. Good, so what's the other one I'm going to go to? List and Lock. List and Lock is another awesome resource. And I have a lot of realtors using List and Lock. What List and Lock does is, instead of asking your clients to reduce the price of the property, List and Lock is a perfect, better option. So what you do is, you market your property with a discounted rate. My marketing department will help you with all your social media, the signs you put on your, what do you call those open house signs? Your open house signs, they will help you with all that. So your property will be marketed at a discount rate, which will give you an edge over the other properties that's on the market. We got that? So List and Lock is an option of having your properties move, because now it's becoming a buyer's market and people now realizing that the property is sitting longer than they need it to sit. So List and Lock is a tool that you could use to advertise the property at a discount rate and allow your seller to sell that property faster without having to reduce the price. Great. Now, we also have our down payment assistance programs. At CMG, we have a total of about over 900 products. So if we have to tell you about all these products, we'll be here all day. So I'm just pick out these 5 so you can have an idea how much options you have to go out there and create your branding and your niche. So we have down payment assistance. We have the Florida bond loans. We have a special one that just came out, the Home Series loans. That one gives more option for down payment assistance, because you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. So it gives you a lot more leverage than some of the government funded down payment assistance. So in this stage, in 2025, most of your buyers could get into homes with very little money out of pocket. And that is what their main goal is, to get into homes with very little money out of pocket. So with some down payment assistance, with some seller contribution, here we are. Buyer, you only need $2,000 to come to closing. Do you think that could help you close more deals? So let's use the down payments assistance to your benefit, that you could specialize yourself and be the agent of choice. We have another little special loan we call the HALA loan. And not a lot of people talk about it, but it's a loan. I have a flyer here. Let me just refer to it a little bit. This loan is requested mostly by the Islamic community, because they are not allowed, or they shouldn't, as a matter of fact, based on their religious guidance, to have a loan that carries interest. So the HALA loan, CMG HALA loan, is unique because you close your HALA loan in a trust and the buyer assumes the role of a trustee. So instead of paying a mortgage with interest, this is done in a trust, and you pay increments every month, just as a mortgage, until it is paid off. The Gyro Community Developed Corp takes care of all aspects relating to servicing the loan, paying your insurance, your property taxes, and is to ensure a hustle-free experience. So those agents who works in that community that is not allowed to do interest-bearing loans, this is a perfect option, the halal financing. So I just share with you these few loans just to give you an idea of how you could take a product and create your unique niche. So let me give you an example. Let me pull out one product, the all-in-one loan, which is target towards the luxury market. And previously on the other side, we call that agent the luxury agent. But now that you're creating your niche, you're going to take the word luxury agent and you're going to make it fancy. So that's how I want you to come up with your niche and make your name fancy. So we had luxury agent, now you're no longer a luxury agent. You make yourself sophisticated. You're called the elite concierge real estate agent. How does that sound? But here's the thing, you have to be consistent with your message. Remember the word consistency. You have to be consistent 100% of the time. So if you decided that I am going to be the elite concierge, you have to show up that way 100% of the time. So you have a client and you're going to show them a luxury home. You're not going to wear flip-flops. You are the luxury agent. So you have to represent 100% of the time. So that is the beauty about branding. You're not just branding for today. You're branding for every moment, 100% of the time. We got that? 100% of the time. So you have to show up at this luxury agent 100% of the time. I'm going to share an experience with you all, just a quick one. Just to emphasize how important it is to show up 100% of the time. I was visiting to Tennessee, and I had an appointment to see a property. And the agent showed up early morning, and I was really excited about, buying an investment property there. And the agent showed up, and he chewed tobacco. And I am trying to focus on this property, and early morning, and it was such a horrible smell that I could not even concentrate on doing the transaction. So I'm saying that to say, all aspects of your business, you have to be 100% represented 100% of the time, and your message have to be consistent. Let me refer to Partnership Realty. When I went to the awards celebration last year, there was an agent who was a top producer as well that had purple hair. And I'm driving along the street, and I pull up in my car, and she was next to me, and I said to my son, oh, that agent is a top producer, because I remember her hair. So that means you have to represent yourself in your niche market 100% of the time. We got that? Right. Okay, so where are we going to, so you decide to be an elite concierge, where are you going to reach your clients? So we're on to where are you going to find those buyers? So you're going to look at high-end neighborhoods for your luxury buyers. You also have social groups for luxury brands. You could also visit upscale businesses. So being part of the Women's Real Estate Council, we had an event in Boca at a luxury furniture place. And this lady came in to buy one vase, and it was $1,500. And I'm like, if she's affording this $1,500 vase, I could imagine her house. So those are some places, the upscale businesses that provide luxury items is a nice way to connect as well to get luxury buyers. There are more luxury buyers in Florida than you could even imagine. We went to Fort Lauderdale in an open an open house for a new builder, and I said to the agent, so who provide your financing? And these condos are like $3 million. And I said, who do your financing? Most is cash buyers. The 19 properties that I sold was cash buyers. So there is money on the street. You just have to go find yours and grab yours, okay? Another good aspect is your financial advisors. They have a lot of high-end clients that they, they have a lot of high-end clients, so they could help you as well to find those luxury buyers. So be good friends with your financial advisors and, have lunch with them, and so you could get into that niche. High net worth individuals. And the beauty about high net worth individuals, you could actually walk in a room and you see that one over there? I want to talk to him. You could identify in a room high-end net individuals if you know what you're looking for. They're very quiet, very by themselves, but they always have very nice shoes. So that's a clue, okay? So you go out there and you hang out there and find those luxury buyers if you want that to be your niche. We following along nicely? Okay, perfect. All right, so then I also looked at the home funded, and I merged it with I gave it a name, newlywed nest seekers. Okay, so newlywed nest seekers are people who are planning to get married in the next week, the next month, the next year, the next 2 years. So here's a place you could find your audience. Wedding magazines, bridal show. As a matter of fact, I did a bridal show a few years ago with our home funded, and it was really a nice experience. I was able to get quite a bit of buyers from that bridal show because there were people that were planning to get married in the very near time, and there is so much other things goes on at a bridal show that you yourself feel to get married. So you must visit the bridal shows. Wedding planners. That's another place you could find people who is seeking to buy homes. Flower shops. They would go in and do their ordering, so that would give you a clue. And social groups for newlywed. So they have a lot of social groups I was researching that they talk about the shoes and the clothes and what the wedding wants to look like. So that's a nice social group. Even though you're not getting married, get into these groups because your goal is to sell the house. You have to go where the people are for the clients you're looking for. So marriage counselors are also a good source, and churches. Yeah, churches is also a great referral source as well. So this gives you an idea after you create your mission, where do you find your audience? Does this explain to you and break down that the importance of going and find the audience? Okay, so now you have your audience, you have your people to serve, and then we're going to move on, and it says consistency is the key. And so you're not going to show up at a social group once every 6 months. You have to be consistent with the groups you'll be in as well in order to get that continued referral. Fair enough? Okay, so how do you get that memorable tagline? And I give an example of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Taste the feeling. That's how your tagline has to be. So I created a tagline for the home funded, for newlyweds, nest-seeking agent, and this is what the tagline I came up with. I finding the perfect love nest, one home at a time. How does that sound? Do you think you could use a tagline like that so that you stand out? You are the agent that's finding the perfect love nest, one home at a time. So then you concentrate on having a tagline that suits you and whatever you decide to be branded in. Okay, we got it on the tagline. And so what I'm going to do, after today, I'm going to give everyone 48 hours, create your vision, create your mission, create your tagline, and I am going to give you, for the best tagline, a gift basket. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Right. So we're going to be tagging our lines down the road. Okay. All righty. This is getting the people to talk about you. Now you are the blue fish in the whole school of white fishes. So you are standing out. How do you get the people to talk about you? To develop a marketing strategy that converts attention into revenue. So the reason why we're doing this is to create revenue. It's all about the money, all right? So how do you create revenue? You have to identify a channel for taking your message out there. So one of the ways you could take your message out there, and it's not that difficult, is to write a book. Have any of us written a book? No. No? That was a quick answer. So I have this real estate agent. I'm going to, actually, the person who have the tagline, that I'm going to put this in their gift basket, so you could see how this is done. This book is written by a real estate agent. It's not that difficult to write a book. It's just a few pages. And this is what he used to brand himself and make revenue. So he has a program that is called the 21-Day Friendship Challenge. And what he does is, simple as this, he invites people to be his friends. And he do business with his friends. How difficult is that? How difficult is that? So I guess you probably drink a lot of coffee, but you could have tea as well. Invite people that you want in your circle to be your friends. And he does not only invite people that he wants to be his buyers. He invites random people. The financial advisor, the musician. He just have coffee with everybody. And then when he has coffee with everybody, he used that to let's be friends. And then that is how he gets referrals. His business is strictly by creating friendship, and that's how he gets referrals. So writing a book is an easy way of creating your branding. You could write a book on being a luxury agent. You would have lots of stuff to talk about. And now researching is very easy. Your social marketing, be consistent on social marketing, giving your message out. Let people talk about you. Now, I like to browse through social media, Instagram, to see the messages that impacts me so that I could create a better impact to the world of myself. Not meaning to get stuck in all the conversation, but there are some people that stand out with good messages. So social media is a good way of getting your marketing out there. Host workshops. I do a lot of workshops with agents, and they do get businesses from those workshops. We have a coffee on a Saturday morning, invite a few people, talk about real estate, talk about home buying, the reason, the importance of buying home, the importance of building your community, the importance of home ownership, simple workshops. But don't have one in January and one in December. The thing is about being consistent. So if you're doing workshops, you should have all your workshops lined out for the year. And anybody could do a workshop, okay? So we're gonna see some more workshops happening? Yes. Wonderful. And also, consult with your broker. Your broker is a very valuable resource. You're supposed to be sitting with your broker at least once a month. This is where I am. This is where I want to be. Give me some ideas. Give me some clues. They are valuable source that I think we don't use them enough, okay? So make sure you set up your appointments to meet with your broker. Let them see where you are and let them know where you want to go, where you want to be. We are now in the end of July. We have August, September, October, November. We don't count December. You have 4 months. If you didn't do anything for the year, you still have 4 months to make it happen. You can make $1 million in a week that you didn't make all year. You just have to get out there, follow this principle, dress up nice, and do your thing. So here I have some messages just to show you how being consistent in the market create emotional connections and drive success. So I selected a few, and let's talk about Nike. Just do it. They show that anyone could achieve their goals through determination with powerful and pursuit to personal excellence. So that's their branding. Let's talk about Apple. Apple deals with think different. Be innovative, be a creativity and individual. They encourage people to embrace their uniqueness and push their boundaries. That's Apple. And the reason why I'm sharing these is so that you could create your brand and create emotional connection out there in the market as well. We talk about Starbucks to inspire and nurture the human spirit. 1 cup, 1 person, 1 community at a time, connecting people and communities with coffee. Just imagine, they're connecting us with coffee. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Do we really love it? But I'm loving it. It captures the enjoyment and satisfaction associated with the food and the brand. Everywhere in the world, when you see that yellow sign, you know it's I'm loving it time, okay? Partnership Realty. Their thing is the right partner makes the big difference. So they focus on collaboration and strong relationships. Now, what is your tagline? What is your niche? How would you create that connectivity and emotional bond to your community? That's what I want to, the purpose of this meeting. Be the different fish in the ocean regardless of what's taking place. Fair enough? Okay. So, you see that fish? That blue and gold fish? That's how I want each of us to look. And you could do that today. Today's July 30th. You could start today to be that fish regardless of what is taking place around you. Let's impact the world together. We have the tools to make you that different fish in the real estate ocean. But the tools alone cannot do it. You have to want to do it for you. You have to want to make a difference in your world, in your finances, in your revenue. It has to start with you. And today is your opportunity to be different. Use these principles, create one step at a time, and you go out there and be different. Let's impact this world together. I am Janice Wight, and I am White Way, your mortgage loan navigators, CMG Home Loans, every customer, every time, no exception, no excuses. Janice Wight, your sales manager at CMG Home Loans, thank you so much for joining with me today. I hope I was able to get something across to you that let's make a difference together.